We're outside and we're doing a jerk shrimp fried rice on my flat rock here. Hey, stay tuned. You're gonna love this one, man. And what I have here is 3/4 pounds of large shrimp that's been seasoned with a bit of olive oil, maybe about a tablespoon of olive oil, and 2 tablespoons of spicy jerk marinade. It's been sitting there for about 5 minutes. You don't need to go anything too much longer than that. On goes the shrimp, and you don't want to keep it on there for too long. By the way, the center area here is on a high heat. All we're going to do is keep it on there for about 90 seconds. On my far side, I have it on a very low heat. And that's what I'm going to transfer it to after. Transfer it over to the cooler side of the grill. A tiny bit more oil. An onion, bell pepper, and cabbage. I apologize about the noise. The city is going around pruning trees at the moment, so that's what you're hearing is a shredder. But anyhow, I've got all my vegetables in there and I just cleared out the fridge. Full printable recipe will be available over at caribbeanpot.com. What I want to do now is to put my steamer, my sort of bowl steamer thing that I created there, over it to create some steam. A minute later, I'm just going to remove it with that another sauce. Nice. And I want it on a high heat because I want to get those smoky bits of flavor. And the reason why I started with the shrimp first is because you can see we're picking up all the remnants of the jerk marinade that was on there. And by creating that bit of steam, it means that that marinade is not going to burn. And that marinade has a lot of ginger, a lot of scallion, scotch bonnet, garlic, all those different flavors in there. Leftover rice, and that is the day-old rice that I had in the fridge there. About 4 cups of rice, which has been cooked in salted water. Dark soy sauce. And you'll notice that I'm not adding any salt to this. And if you wanted to add some salt, you can certainly do so. The rice was cooked in salted water. The jerk marinade is going to have quite a bit of sodium in it as well, a lot of salt in there. That dark soy sauce is going to bring a sodium element. And I'm also adding some oyster sauce in there. Again, more salt will be in that as well. Some roasted sesame oil, oyster sauce. And basically all you need to do, I am not left-handed, so it may look a bit awkward for me. Yeah? All you want to do now is toss that, and immediately you're getting all that jerk, sort of scent of that jerk marinade, as well as that toasted sesame oil. Man, that thing is insane. And that is why I don't add a lot to whenever I'm making fried rice, because I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it adds a lovely flavor to things, yeah? And all I want to do now is give that a good mix. Tossy toss. I am using the Traeger Flatrock Griddle, but you can do this in your frying pan inside the house. You head over to caribbeanpot.com. I am sure I have a recipe doing this in my wok on in the stove, and it's so easy to put together using leftover rice. And you want to maintain that high heat because you don't want clumping fried rice. That's in my humble opinion, a clumping fried rice, soggy fried rice is not the way to go. Also, I am not a fan of eggs in fried rice, so you'll notice no egg made an appearance in there. Just a couple more ingredients. If you wanted to put some white pepper in there, you can put some white pepper. It's totally up to you. I'm not the biggest fan of white pepper, but again, all of what I'm saying here you'll be able to find it over at caribbeanpot.com. What I do want to do is just put the lid on there, And I only had it on there for about 30 seconds or so. I don't want to create that steam. That steam's going to create the moisture. I just wanted to warm through this a little bit. And we're almost done. We just got a couple more ingredients to add in it. Now, however, if you wanted to add broccoli in there, mushrooms, any sort of vegetable that you may have growing in the garden, you can do that. Some carrots in there will be nice. But I'm keeping it simple. This is going to be enough for about 4 people here. And I'm just kind of making use of what I have in the fridge. Gonna go back in with the shrimp and any sort of juices that's there. Of course, we want to hit that with sauce as well. And this is why we didn't overcook the shrimp at the very start, because we're just warming it back through here now. It's just gonna give back the rice some more flavor. If you wanted to add more shrimp, you can. All I had was about 3/4 pounds of shrimp in the fridge there, but they're pretty big ones. And lastly, let me just do that a little cleanup here. So, yeah, let's make it rain some scallion. That's how we're gonna finish things off. If you wanted to put bean sprouts instead of the cabbage that I put in there, that is also an option. I love bean sprouts. I love the crunch of it. So if I were putting bean sprouts in here, I would put it now, toss it, and shut off everything. Boil it, plate it up, and you're good. And in under 10 minutes, we have a beautiful jerk shrimp fried rice. Remember, the printable recipe will be found at caribbeanpot.com. So if you want to head over there, and it's a great way, you know, you want to cook outside. Maybe you don't have a flat rock like I do, but you can still do it on a griddle pan, yeah? Always a pleasure having you all in the kitchen with me when we're outside today. And I apologize for the sort of extra noise that we heard.